I'm Toby Hall and my older brother Riley, and we run a Angus breeding operation here in Bridport, Tasmania, quarter Angus. We carve down about 250 cows on 900 acres here. As well as doing this, we both work for our mum and dad. Between us, we carve down about 1,300 cows and end up with about 3,000 head rounders after calving.
Our old yards were rotten boards, rotten poles and portable panels that were twitched with wire to the rotten poles.
Yeah, and they were a foot deep in mud 9 months of the year, and with that, they didn't really flow very well. Caused a lot of stress in the animals, and we found a lot of temperament issues in our younger stock from that. Yeah, we quoted a fair few sets of yards, and just one day we were talking about the different quotes that we had, and we said, oh, maybe we should have a look at these Te Paris, and jumped on the website and put the details in, and I think in 2 days our man's old rang me. Yeah, he was really good and sort of discussed different things that we wanted, and something that we really wanted was the adjustable race, and the brands that we had quoted before that hadn't been able to provide us with anything to do with adjustable races, and yeah, Te Pari could do that for us, so that was a real sort of winner for us, yeah. And being that we were so close to the ocean as well, we really wanted everything to be hot dip gouged, and that's a standard with Te Pari. These yards, you know, a pretty big set of yards, they were still built on a budget, so yeah, Te Pari were able to help us really well with that. The yards are designed so animals come in from both sides of the farm. They flow really well in 2 directions. It's just so easy coming out into the 3-way draft there, just running off the cables on the back of the crush. It doesn't really get much easier than that. It's one of the better drafts I think we've ever used, and we went with the tourist crush as well, with the load bars underneath it. You know, that was a real no-brainer in today's age. That's unreal the way that works, and the crush has got the rubber floor in it, which I think helps a lot as well, doesn't it, with the noise around the crush, and keeps everything calm when it's in there, and yeah, bloody brilliant. With the slam latches on there, that makes things so quick, so safe. You know, we pride ourselves on temperament of cattle, but you know, when you've got a heifer calving or a crook animal, you know, they can turn pretty quick, and having those slam latches really does help in a situation like that. A set of yards like this is probably designed that 1 or 2 people can do it, and as we've showed you today, it's pretty easily done with 2 people, and we always find that the less people in the yard, the better. Being able to do this on our own in a low stress environment, so it's a big winner. When you get up around the race, it's a bit lower on the working side, and that's about waist height, isn't it? And bend over quite easily. Work with the cows, you're not putting your arms through rails and that. It's, yeah, bloody unreal. The man gates in the yards are a huge time saver for us, darting in around mobs and not going through those bigger gates with the pressure on them from the cows. The whole yards are bolted down rather than concreted in, and that's a massive time saver as well when it comes to building the yards, being able to do the concreting, and then the Te Pari guys come in, bolt the yards on top of that.
They haven't moved at all, and the bolts are all, nothing's bent, nothing's rattled, nothing wobbles. It's all been really good, and they've had a lot of pressure on them. We've put a lot of cattle through them now, and they haven't folded one bit.
There was never anything left in the lurch with Te Pari. They're always really great communicators, and there was never any stress or question. They were on time, and that was another thing. At the time when we ordered the yards, all the other ones that we quoted were so far back, and I think with Te Pari, if we ordered them when we did, like we could have them within like 4 to 6 weeks. It was huge, yeah, it was massive.
Everyone should have good yards. A lot easier on the livestock and a lot easier on them, and it should be.